Hello Setswana student, dumela moithuti wa Setswana. I know it's been a while. I took a 2 month break. Life got busy, but I'm back now, ke buile, with more Setswana content. Thanks for your patience and support. Ke lebogela thotloetso ya gago. In today's lesson, we are going to learn about the names of domestic animals, diphologolo tsa selegae. We are going to learn about their singular and plural names, their gender names, and baby names. So, let's get started and boost your Setswana vocabulary. Let's start with a cow. Kgomo, kgomo. Cows or cattle. Dikgomo, dikgomo. A male cow is called an ox or a bull. In Setswana is poo, poo, or pholo, pholo. That's why you hear people saying, "Dipoo ga nke di nna pedi mo sakeng." The direct translation means there cannot be two bulls in one kraal. That means that two people with same powers cannot work together properly. Or they may call somebody poo. When they call somebody poo, it means that they are stubborn. It means that this child is very stubborn. Now let's get to the female name of a cow. It's called a heifer. In Setswana, you call it moroba or kgomo e namagadi. Normally, a slang for young girls in Setswana is morobanyana or moroba. Just means a young girl. Now let's move to the name of a young cow. In English, a young cow is called a calf. In Setswana, we call it lerole, lerole, or namane, namane. So that's why you always hear things like go e gapa le namane. Means when somebody is marrying, they are taking the woman and the child they found them with. Let's continue. The next animal we are covering is donkey. Donkey, donkey, donkeys, didonkey, didonkey. A male donkey is called a jack. In Setswana, it's peke, peke. So you would hear people saying ke peke. They are comparing themselves to a male donkey, meaning maybe I'm strong or I am that guy. A female donkey is called a Jenny or Janet. In Setswana, you call it donkey e namagadi, donkey e namagadi, or just donkey. A young donkey is called a foal. In Setswana, it's called tonkana, tonkana. We are continuing with names of domestic animals. Horse, pitsi, pitsi. Horses, dipitsi, dipitsi. A male horse is called a stallion. In Setswana, it's called peke, peke. A female horse is called a mare. In Setswana, it's called pitsi e namagadi, pitsi e namagadi. A young horse is called a foal. In Setswana, we call it petsana, petsana. It's not pitsana. Pitsana is a small pot. The next animal is a pig, kolobe, kolobe. Pigs, dikolobe, dikolobe. A male pig is called a boar. In Setswana, we call it peke, peke, or just kolobe. A female pig is called a sow. In Setswana, you call it kolobe e namagadi. Kolobe e namagadi, or just kolobe. A young pig is called a piglet. Piglet. In Setswana, we call it kolojwana. Kolojwana. We don't say kolobenyana. We are continuing with names of domestic animals. Goat, pudi, pudi. Goat, dipudi, dipudi. The male name for a goat is called Billy the goat. Billy the goat, or a buck. Buck. In Setswana, you call it poko. Poko. So Billy goat is the one which is not castrated. So we know a Billy goat to be very aggressive and very difficult. What we poko malatia. They normally say that to a child. It means they are being difficult. A castrated male goat is called a wether. A wither. A wither. I hope I pronounce it correctly. In Setswana, you call it porogohlo. Porogohlo. A female goat is called a doe or nanny goat. In Setswana, you call it pudi e namagadi. Pudi e namagadi, or just pudi. A young goat is called a kid. In Setswana, we say Botswana. Botswana. We don't say pudinyana. Sheep. Nku. Nku. Sheep. The plural form. Remember that it's not sheep. It still remains sheep. The nku. The nku. A male sheep is called a ram. Pelehu. 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 Some say pelehu. So this one is not castrated like the Billy goat. A castrated male goat is called a wether. A wither. I hope I'm pronouncing this correctly. Correct me in the comment section if I'm not pronouncing it correctly. We also call it porogohlo. Porogohlo. A female sheep, we call it an oar. Oar. In Setswana, it's nku e namagadi. Nku e namagadi. Or just nku. A young sheep, we call it a lamb. Lamb. Lamb of God, seated at the right hand of the Father. You know that song, right? So it's from this word. Excuse my singing. I'm not good at singing. Or in Setswana, we call it konyana. Konyana. That's why there's this Tswana song say, Jesu, konyana modimo, morena Jesu. Yeah, it means Jesus, the Lamb of God. Konyana. We don't say nkunyana. Let's continue. We are continuing with domestic animals. Chicken. Koko. Koko. Chickens. Dikoko. Dikoko. Male chicken. A rooster or a cock. In Setswana, you call it mokoko. Mokoko. So this expression is normally used for an independent candidate when there are elections. They are called a mokoko. A female chicken is called a hen. In Setswana, it's koko e namagadi. Koko e namagadi. A young chicken is called a chick or a juvenile. So in Setswana, it's kokwana. Kokwana. Some say Tswana. Tswana. But the common one is kokwana. Duck. Pidi pidi. Pidi pidi. The male duck is called Drake. Started from the bottom, now we hey. So I think that guy got his name from here. Hey. So anyway, back to the topic. In Setswana, we call it peke. Peke, or just pidi pidi. A female duck is called a duck or a hen. But normally it's just a duck. Pidi pidi namagadi. Pidi pidi namagadi. A young duck is called a duckling. Duckling. In Setswana is just pidi pidi. Pidi pidi. Let's continue. Goose, sehudi, sehudi. Plural for goose is geese. Dihudi, dihudi. Turkey, kalakuma, kalakuma. The plural for turkey is turkeys. Dikalakuma, dikalakuma. Now let's get into pets. Dog, nja, nja. Plural for dog is dogs. Dinja, dinja. A young dog is called a puppy. In Setswana we say njanyana, njanyana. Njanyana buriki riki, hey baske baske. Njanyana buriki riki. Cat, katse, katse. Cats, dikatse, dikatse. A young cat is called a kitten. Katsana, katsana. So this expression is normally used in Botswana, especially they will say, it means he or she found naive people, so they are deceiving them. So that's why they say bonolo. It's from that. Direct translation for that expression is a kind cat. We've come to the end of our lesson. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you liked the video and you've learned about the names of domestic animals, diphologolo tsa selegae. And now you can confidently use them in singular and plural forms. And now you know their gender names and their baby names. Don't forget to hit like button, comment and subscribe so that you don't miss future lessons. Remember to also follow my TikTok account. Also, go and follow my Facebook account. Until we meet again next time, Sala sentle.